from Nana Glotch. You're probably wondering what puff pastry shells and mushrooms and chicken have in common. Well, remember back in grade school, they used to serve this thing called chicken a la king, and most of the time we all avoided it and did something else for lunch. Well, I'm going to show you how to make an upgraded chicken a la king that's just delicious. Here's what I'm going to put in my version of adult chicken a la king. We got some mushrooms. I probably didn't like those when I was in grade school. We're going to make a roux out of the flour and the butter. Put a little onion in there. We've got some cooked chicken. This is just some leftover rotisserie chicken. Easy enough. A little bit of green onion. Some diced pimentos. I probably didn't like those when I was a kid either. We're going to cook some puff pastry shells so we get a little crunch to that. You can also serve it over rice. I think that's probably what they did way back then. This was the 70s and early 80s. We're going to elevate this by using some sherry. And there's a lot of different kinds of Spanish sherries out there, but I'm using Amontillado, which is a light sherry. It's going to give it some great flavor, but it won't change the color too much. There's a sherry out there which I love to drink called Pedro Jimenez, but it's very dark. It's almost like a port. You don't want to use that. Got a little chicken broth and some cream. We'll be good to go. Here we go. Everything's ready. I cut the mushrooms. I left them pretty thick, 1/4 inch or so. I want them to be nice and meaty and have some bite to them. I diced the onion. I took the green onion because I want the green part for the very end when I stir it all in, but I don't want the white part. But I just threw it in there with the rest of the onion. It's perfect, don't waste it. I drained the pimentos. Here's the sherry. I've had the bottle open for a little bit, so it looks like it's gotten a little brown or oxidized, which is darker than it usually is. It's still a little light brown, but it tastes great, so I'm gonna keep going. Cream, chicken stock. Here's our puff pastry shells, and I'm just following the directions on the Pepperidge Farm package. Pop those in the oven and let them bake up while we put the rest of the stuff together on the stovetop. Well, I had to move to a bigger pot because the amount I'm making is serving a dinner party of 12, but the recipe I'll give you only makes enough for 6 people. Got our beautiful, modern chicken a la king. If you ever have to go to a 70s party or an 80s party, this is a great thing to bring back some memories, but make it taste really good. And just a little bit elegant with the puff pastry top. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking at Nana Glotch.